On Tuesday, February 12th, Councilmember Muriel Bowser had a hearing at the Wilson Building about public housing and the New Communities Initiative. There were many people that registered to testify. Government witnesses, private developers, nonprofits, those that genuinely care about the community, and those that just pretend to care. Public housing residents were there as well. Berry Farms tenants and allies went to represent their community. Unfortunately, most of the residents from other public housing properties talked only about the individual success they had with some of the programs that came along with the New Communities Initiative.
We have found that there are people that care. Even the Housing Authority care. They have met with me and some of the residents. They care, but they can't do but so much. Our self-esteem has been built up.
Berry Farms residents came to tell the truth.
I've been in public housing for almost 2 years. I'm here today to testify about my concerns from being relocated. Instead of moving us all about, how about transferring us on the property, starting with one section at a time, moving those tenants into other units on the property. When that work is finished, move them back into their units and continue the same process over again, instead of placing us all around the city to places worse than Berry Farm. Or offer us some type of housing voucher. It has been told to me that Berry Farm is a landmark. If so, there are procedures that can be taken so we will not have to lose our homes. I do not want to see the hard work that Ms. Farrell has done in the farms to be a loss and be taken from us. I'm here to let you all know that I am one who will fight to stay and see that the units be fixed up, worked on, and stay ours. They are closing the rec. What are their children to do come next month? Where will they go after school once it's shut down? There's nothing really left for them. Our children will be lost out. What will they do? Where will they go? You are taking their rec next their homes. You are taking their recs and next year to be their homes. I say, where will they go and what will they do? You also speak about mixed incomes in the Berry Farms. Our income is already mixed. There are tenants there who are paying market rent. I see no need to bring in outsiders for that. It already exists here. If you want to help us like you say you do, take this under consideration of what I have read to you all and start with that. I have other issues with living at Berry Farm, but this is my main priority for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Donaldson. Ms. Miller, thank you for your patience, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Bowser. Nice to meet you off the board. Green light is on.
Okay.
My name is Linda Miller. I am the former Berry Farm resident council. I've been living in Berry Farms for 32 years. In 1999, we went through renovation again. This is when our units was painted and the outside of our buildings was redone. I was there during that time. But a lot of residents remain on the property, and right now in Berry Farms on Stevenson Road, I have a daughter and 3 grandchildren living there now. And she had mushrooms growing up in her building. Also, mildew is in a lot of our units in Berry Farms. Also, we have trees growing up from the floor in our units also. Some of our residents' floors are caving in where they can see underground. Also, we have rodents so bad. And also, when GSA started building for the wildlife, you won't say it was in Berry Farms. We have deer, raccoon, everything coming in our area. Also, I'm saying for being on the board as a former resident council, I've been through it all. I've been in phase 1, which I moved up to Matthews, but I'm still on board, and I'm still going to fight for Berry Farms because I have family. As blood-wise and family, I feel it's mine too for 32 years living on that property. And something needs to be recognized with our residents out there. We need help. We need public housing for our families because if it wasn't for them, a lot of people would have jobs who's sitting in here. And I'm asking, we need to be heard. We need 4 6-bedroom houses. We need schools built for our children. We also need jobs around the Berry Farms and in Ward 8. Please hear us because we're tired of talking. We're tired of being at meetings every day, speaking on the same thing, putting it in writing, but still we don't get no answers. Please hear us. We need you. Come out there and see where we're living. We're tired of hearing about the rich and the middle class. What about us low-income people? We are right for to live in safe, secure housing also. Thank you.
And thank you, Ms. Miller. Thank you for your testimony. Anitra?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Anitra Kemp, and I am a resident at Berry Farms. I'm a mother of 2 beautiful children, and I've attended Trinity University for 3 years, and I'm currently now at UDC trying to finish up my degree in psychology. I'm also with the Berry Farms Tenant and Allies Association. We have reached out many of times to housing, addressed our concerns, and in talking to these residents going door to door, they basically are saying how the maintenance problems in Berry Farms is killing our people. You know, people have control numbers from years and years and are not being fixed. I hear people talk about Berry Farms and talk about the new developments and talk about, what about the issues now? You know, the issues now are killing our people. You have people that aren't able to be here to speak about it, but, you know, but the maintenance issues has to stop. I mean, no one's doing their job. You hear people coming up here just saying all these things. I'm a resident myself, and I just cannot believe that people are living in these conditions over there in Berry Farms. I don't know if you guys ever step foot in Berry Farms. You know, you make the rules of what's going on and who's being displaced and this and that, so forth. But the things are not being done in Berry Farms. They have safety issues. People have to put their chair up against a wall because of safety issues. People are fearing for their life. You know, I'm just not understanding that, you know, the money that Berry Farms has donated to the money that Matthews Memorial has gotten from Berry Farms, you know, why is it that some of these issues aren't addressed in Berry Farms, as far as, you know, the playgrounds and it? I'm so emotional right now because I've seen the condition, you know, and it's unfair that these people have to live in this condition. You know, I'm just not understanding how everybody could sit up here and then, you know, never step foot in the shoes of people walking in Berry Farms. These are people's homes. People live here. People have lived here and made and generation from generation, you know, in Berry Farms. And y'all just want to come and just snatch it away from them. You know, you want to put them in places that are unfamiliar to them. Have you ever have a great-grandmother, a grandmother has raised their children, great-grandchildren and people in one home? It's the same as Berry Farms. You know, they're not being treated as humans. It's being a dump place. It looks sickening over there, and people are dying over there, you know, and it's being swept under the rug. It's not being talked about because it's going to make people money, these, you know, coming up in these new communities. It's convenient. It's this. You hear all these nice things about, you know, how the community is going to be built, but you don't hear about what goes down in these communities. There are people, the programs are taken away from people. The playgrounds, where are kids? You already know that there are homes that are 4-bedroom, 6-bedroom homes. There are a lot of children in that area. You talk about the high crime. What are the children going to do in this? What are the children going to do if there is nothing there? Now the rec center is about to be torn down. Now what? More crimes. You know, I mean, I just don't understand. As being a resident there of 9 years, I've talked to the people. I've been there. These people are family. We're family there. You understand? And there are educated people there. There are people that work there, you know, and you're placing other people from other communities into our community, and it's causing crimes. And what do? The police don't do anything. So you're basically killing our people, and you don't even know you are. Okay, you know, because you're not there.
Don't clean up my community just to kick me out. We believe this community should be cleaned up for the people that are already there.
Now, are you in one of the new community areas?
No, I was a resident of Richardson Dwellings, and when renovations came to our property, we were so scared that we were not going to return. We had to sue to make sure that everyone stayed and all units remained public housing for 40 years.
Hope 6?
No, it wasn't a Hope 6, but it was a renovation, but we were afraid that along the line in another 10 years, it could turn into a Hope 6 or a Choice, and we wanted to safeguard it.
So is your testimony that the whole concept of new communities, in your view, is flawed?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you believe that the public housing should be replaced with newer public housing?
I think that if it's 432 units on the property after it's redeveloped, it should be 432 units of public housing on the property after it's redeveloped.
Okay.
Not
So
slash.
you don't agree with the notion that public housing or should be mixed in with workforce or market rate housing?
First of all, public housing is mixed income. People do work in public housing.
No, I recognize that. I wasn't suggesting that people didn't work in public housing, but there are different income levels that people qualify for public housing. So my question is, do you only want the public housing units replaced and not the addition of other income levels, housing that people at other income levels would move into?
Yes, we welcome people with other income levels, but I shouldn't have to get out for somebody to come in.
I got you. But so I think we may be saying the same thing. So you're saying if there are 432 units, that there should be 432 units replaced, that people with existing incomes at Berry Farm or at Sursum Quarter or at Temple Courts would be able to move into.
Yes.
And then whatever else is built, you have no issue with that. Okay.
Yeah, come on.
All right. And so the notion that all of the units have to be built before any of the buildings are raised or demolished has come up. So what's your view on that?
Well, I think that if you want to redevelop the property like Ms. Donaldson was saying, instead of just taking people off the property that's built first thing, just work around people, so they don't have to just be uprooted and scattered. You have people that have been moved 3 and 4 or 5 times from redevelopment. Just transient way of life doesn't work. It hurts. So, and then when they say the build first, it's not public housing. It's not. It's affordable housing. It's a difference between affordable and public. It's a big difference. The boast of affordable housing, you have to make like 60% of the AMI. It's not the same. It's the rent calculations may be the same, but it's not the same as public housing. Affordable and public is different.
Okay.
Join the Berry Farms Tenants and Allies Association. We're dedicated to building collective power, preventing displacement, and winning improvements for all of Berry Farms.